Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, wrestling fans around the world, I would like to personally welcome you to episode 33 of the greatest wrestling podcast in the tri state area, the Hot Tag Podcast. Let's clap it up. I appreciate the applause. Now, you know, it's the podcast we talk about everything and anything pro wrestling. Of course, as always, I am one half of your host, Rashad, and the other half of your host, my tag team partner in crime, Justin. Justin, what's good with you, bro?
Hey man, I'm back for another week. Decided to get in and talk about some stuff, man. We got a lot of big things happen this week.
Hey, man, we got a lot of things going on, man. This is, once again, another eventful week of pro wrestling. So hey, man, you already know. Ain't no games, ain't no gimmicks. We're gonna get right into it. I mean, as always, we start off any podcast and every podcast with our headlines. So, Justin, what we got for headlines for this week, bro?
So as far as headlines go, the main headline that everybody was talking about on social media this past week were comments that were made by AEW wrestler Ricochet. Uh, some of you who don't watch AEW may remember Ricochet from his time in the WWE, and we've talked about Ricochet a couple times on this pod now. Ricochet is in hot water because of comments he made to a fan. Now, the comments that the fan made were in relation to, I think, a promo that Ricochet had cut backstage or something, where the fan kind of poked fun at his ability to cut a promo a little bit, but Ricochet took it way farther than he should have uh, by quote tweeting the fans' comments and saying, "I'm glad you got MS." Now, for those of you who don't know what MS is, I will read you the definition. Uh, MS commonly refers to multiple sclerosis, a chronic central nervous system disease, or a honorific for, or as an honorific, my bad, for women regardless of marital status. Basically, an immune compromised disease that you can't really help and attach your nervous system, and it's just not something that you should ever joke to someone about, even if it was a joke, or in what was Ricochet's case, an attempt to discredit this fan, or I really don't know what his intention behind this tweet was. Uh, Obviously, he started getting killed for it on Twitter just because it was dumb. It was dumb. Um, some people even feel like it led to him losing the national title at Revolution, which we will talk about in a bit. I personally don't think that it's direct correlation. Um, I think the plan probably was for Jack Perry to win the championship anyway, at Revolution in the Battle Royal, but I definitely don't think this helped Ricochet's case at all. And it probably didn't rub too many people in the back the right way. My personal feelings towards it, I think it was dumb. I think it was stupid. I don't think he should have ever said that to this fan. I'm not going to hold him to the cross because he has since then apologized and removed the tweet, which are the biggest things he needed to do. But yeah, just I don't know what he was thinking. Dumb move from Ricochet. Um, yeah, how do you feel?
Um, I mean, we know Ricochet is an ultimate troll. He he's like the Kevin Durant of the of professional wrestling.
There's levels though.
Like it is definitely. No, let me finish. Let me finish. He's the Kevin Durant of professional wrestling. Like he's super Twitter fingers. But even Katie knows, not to go at somebody's, mental or physical health. Um, like a lot of people know, like, listen, there's some things that's off limits. You feel me? Like you can say, you know, stuff about people defending yourself, but like the whole going at somebody's health that wasn't their fault, like it's a genetic thing, you feel me? I think that's crazy. I think that's, first of all, I think that's crazy that you even thought about that and typed it and then tweeted it, like, you feel me? Like that's you not having no type of, he didn't use his brain.
No
Like,
proofreading either before he
no,
sent that
none.
out.
None. Like, and then I, even with the apology, I'm not gonna lie, I hated the apology too. Cause like he pretty much was saying I was mad at the IWC, you feel me? So like that's why I said what I said. Bro, you mad at the internet wrestling culture that's been there forever, that's talked about you using WWE, but you got so mad about them that you told Shawty you happy she got MS. Are we serious? Like, what? Like, you literally should just say, it was wrong of me. I shouldn't have did it. I regret it. I apologize. She didn't deserve it. Don't say it. It was like a backhand. It was like, oh, IWC made me mad, so I took it out on Sandy, and I should have did that, bro. What? Like, be for real.
Yeah,
Like
you
that
kind of
was,
just gotta own up to what you did.
yeah.
He did say she didn't deserve it. I'm looking at the apology right now. She did say she
Yeah.
didn't deserve it.
He
Um,
did. He said that, but like, it's like, but you see what I'm saying about he was mad at IWC. So for me, he said what he said to Sandy. Like, bro, he didn't need that. If he didn't put that first part, and he just said, you feel me? I'm sorry, she didn't deserve that. I regret it. I'll do better. Cool, appreciate it. But I just feel like that was like a backhanded apology in a sense. You
so
feel me?
I couldn't find the initial tweet that she sent
So
out.
she said. So she said, his acting hasn't gotten better.
Yeah, I just found it now.
Yeah,
That's yeah, never. I
like,
don't
come
even
on,
think
bro.
that was bad enough to warrant going
No.
all the way there with it.
No, like niggas called you like they said you couldn't wrestle. They said you were horrible on pro. Like I'm pretty sure people have said worse things to you on the internet. And the fact that she said your acting hasn't gotten better, you feel me? And you said that is it's
Yeah,
crazy.
they on
It's
Ricochet
crazy.
ass all the
Literally.
time on Twitter.
Like,
Way worse than that, in my opinion. Why he decided to go there on this tweet, don't know.
but once, but like we said, he didn't think. He literally just acted before he thought. It's stupid.
Um,
It's stupid.
moving forward, Ricochet, you definitely got to move smarter, brother. A little bit better than that.
Smarter,
I'm
not
sure
harder.
he's learned his lesson, and I'm sure he's genuinely sincere and apologetic. Uh, so we're not going to crucify him like everybody else is doing for a mistake. Well, at least I'm not, because
Just do
mistakes
better,
do
be better.
happen. Just do better, be better in the future. That's really all I got to say about that.
Speaking of, future, past, and present, we got some new Hall of Fame news as reported um, from Shams. Shout out Shams. Dennis Rodman, who, some of you may know as one of the best rebounding players in the NBA, multi-time champion, played with the Bulls, played with the Pistons, played with the Spurs, you know,
Or
uh,
maybe you know him as the guy that broke his dick 3 times.
literally. Or you maybe you know him as the guy who is best friends with a supreme leader in South Korea or North Korea. So like maybe listen, maybe you know him, well, however you know him, you know Dennis Rodman, right? But Dennis Rodman, as reported by Shams about a day or two ago, will be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame class of
We
2026.
got Shams making WWE Hall of Fame announcements now, like it's NBA news. That's crazy.
Listen, bro, Shans reports everything. If it's basketball related, he's going to report it. That's just like Woj. You feel me? Woj used to drop some when there was a NBA player that got inducted to the Hall of Fame. He dropped that too. Hall of Fame's coming up. So right now we know um four names that will be called in the Hall of Fame. It'll be Stephanie. It'll be
AJ.
AJ. It would be, oh my God, I can't, I'm drawing a
Demolition.
blank. Demolition. I don't know why I want to say destruction. Demolition and the Worm. Then it's Rodman. How do you feel about this Hall of Fame class right now? Is it shaping up to your standards?
Yeah, I like it right now. I think Demolition deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. I think AJ Styles 100% deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. Stephanie McMahon, there was only a matter of time before she went in the Hall of Fame. Um, as far as Rodman goes, shout out to Rodman. Um, very influential in the basketball and wrestling crossover that started in the 90s with Hulk Hogan and WCW and NWO and him kind of joining the NWO, even having a match. So one of the first uh, big time celebrities to really cross over and get in the ring, besides like all the people like Mr. T and stuff early in the 80s. But in the modern era, one of the first celebrities turned wrestlers, even if it was for just a night. Basketball Hall of Fame 100%. Yeah, I don't got a problem with it. Good class so
Hey,
far. I'm super excited to hear his speech though. That should
yeah.
be an interesting one.
Listen, I agree with you. I think this class is definitely shaping up to be a solid class. Um, I'm pretty sure what we could hear maybe about like two or three more names and left because they usually do what like five or six in the Hall of Fame. So we could hear about maybe like two or three more names coming up. We are in the coming leading up to WrestleMania, so we should be hearing maybe two or three more names.
Less than a
But I
month.
agree with you.
Less than a month
Less than a
away.
month, less than a month, less than a month away, till Mania. So I agree. I definitely think this class is shaping up. I am very excited to see and hear Dennis Rodman's Hall of Fame speech. I want to know who inducts him. Like, obviously it won't be Hogan because Hogan is not here with us. Rest his soul. Um, maybe Kevin Nash. Maybe a little
And
Eric
maybe Nash,
Bischoff.
maybe I was gonna say maybe Bischoff, maybe
Eh,
I don't know. Maybe they just have a random person come up there and do it. Who knows?
yeah. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, definitely excited to hear his speech and you know, see how he comes out for that. But yeah, man. Hey, Hall of Fame class looking up. Excited for it. But that is all we have for headlines. If you guys have any headlines you want us to talk about or want us to bring up on the pod, give our thoughts about it, DM us, let us know. Um, and hey, we'll talk to it. But of course, it is time for us to go into our weekly show recap. But before we do that, there was a pay-per-view that happened last week from AEW Revolution. Since it was last week, I'm pretty sure all of our great listeners have watched it, or at least most of you watched it. So we're not going to harp too long on it. We're going to give our highlights of it, what we liked, our rating, and hey, if you guys agree with us, you agree with us. If not, it is what it is. But I'll let you start. You are the AEW correspondent, so what were some of your favorite matches or moments of AEW Revolution?
AEW Revolution was good. I thought it was good. A little long. I do feel like there's some matches that just didn't need to be on this card. I know it may be a hot take, but there's some matches that just I felt didn't need to be on here. Jet Speed, Mystico versus the Don Callis family needed to be on the show, even though it was a good match. I didn't think Divine Dominion versus Babes of Wrath needed to be on this card, but I appreciated being here just to see the Divine Dominion win the tag belts. But as far as some of my favorite matches on the card goes, definitely John Moxley and Takeshita delivered 100%. I would have liked to see Takeshita win here, but seeing what happened after the match with the return of Will Ospreay and it's being obvious that he's going to go after Moxley and the Death Rider, it's looking like they're going to give the belt to Ospreay or at least head that way with the feud. I thought Brody King and Swerve Strickland was really good. I like to see my boy Swerve Strickland get the win here. I feel like he was the one that should have got the win. Andrade versus Bandito match, no stipulation added, and they still went out there and had a killer match. So yeah, those are my favorites. MJF and Adam Page was good too.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm in the same boat with a lot of these. I would have to say my favorite match of the night had to be most definitely FTR versus the Young Bucks. I mean, that match just start to finish was fire to me. Obviously with the return of Cope and Cage, at the end. Shout out Cope and Cage. They're definitely gonna go back after FTR. Um Andrade and um Bandito, of course. I mean, listen, two luchas going at it is always a great match. Those spots were some of those spots were nasty. What else was a good match that I liked? Definitely Takeshita and Every time Takeshita and John Moxley fight or they have a match, it's always a banger. It's always a banger. Those two have great in ring chemistry. I really wanted Takeshita to win the belt, but now that Osprey has returned, I mean, it's definitely obvious he's gonna go after Mox. And hey, maybe they give the belt to Osprey.
Osprey returning back this early after double neck fusion surgery
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You got it. What,
is
September?
yeah, it's some of the craziest shit I've ever seen in my life. The man is back in 6 months after neck surgery, and he had a match this week.
Yeah. Then that nigga hit a corkscrew off the top rope.
And when he came, yeah, and he came back and did not even miss a
Yeah.
beat, miss a step, try to change up the style or nothing. First thing he does is cartwheel, flipping kick to the Death Riders, corkscrew, planche off the top rope. The man is insane. Will Ospreay is insane. It's dope to see him back. Did not expect to see him back this early. I thought we had at least another 4 months, maybe even six of hype packages before we even got here. But
He
he's
said,
back,
no.
looks good. I'm excited to see if he can still go at that pace he was going at before he got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Um, not the only return though on this card. Like you mentioned earlier, Cope and Cage back.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a long while since we've seen the both of them. I can't remember who exactly was injured. I think it was Cope
I think
that was
he was cool,
hurt,
but I think he was also filming too.
or yeah, injured or filming at the same time, something like that. Uh, yeah, they're going to be going after FTR and the tag titles. I would like to see a triple threat tag match between the Bucks, Coben Cage, and
Oh
FTR. I
my
feel like
god,
that would
that would be fire.
be super dope, super fun and good match.
That would be
Um,
fire.
Maybe even do a ladder match. You know, as a little callback, the Bucks have made some of their most infamous moments or most famous moments in ladder matches, and so has Cope and Cage, and even FTR. So yeah, I think that's should be the match, 3-way for the tag team championships, where I guess you have Cope and Cage win them. We got to talk about the debut that had everybody talking after the Marina Shafir and Tony Storm match. Rowdy Ronda Rousey. Yes, you heard me correctly. Ronda Rousey has made her debut in AEW, going face to face with Tony Storm after her win over Marina Shafir. What did you think of Ronda's return or
She was
debut?
ass. It's an ass. She's ass. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm not really a Ronda Rousey fan. Uh, thought it was ass. I'll be real with you. I don't, why, like, what's the purpose of her being here? Don't you got to fight in like 2 months? What is she here for? Explain that to me. She has a fight on Netflix in about 2 months, like 2 3 months. You feel me? What like I don't. What do we need her for? Go do your Netflix UFC thing. We don't come on, bro. You heard the booze. Nobody wants her there. And then
Yeah,
I
I
hate that little fake point that she do. Like, go ahead, yo.
I guess it's
Come on.
a hype thing that builds some hype for her fight. I don't know if she is officially signed with AEW like as a wrestler or if it was just an appearance because
Hmm.
she is friends with Marina. But this is not the first time you've seen Ronda Rousey do some stuff with AEW because she did some stuff with I think Ring of Honor with
Hmm.
Marina a while back. I think it was Ring of Honor or Collision. I'm thinking it was Ring of Honor though. So she has been in AEW before, so she obviously has a working relationship with Tony Khan. Where this leads, I don't
Nowhere.
know.
I hope it goes nowhere. Like I understand it's promo, but like we don't want it to don't go nowhere. Like I don't want to see her in I don't want to see her close to anything. Just keep her near Marina Shafir for like a week or 2 weeks and then disappear. Bye. I don't want you here. Nobody wants you here.
Yeah, the reception definitely wasn't the best coming from the IWC or even really uh, the people in the audience. I think once they got past the shock factor that she was there, it was kind of like I don't know if we really want to see her here against Tony Storm, where she probably is going to have to get the win when Tony Storm has been putting in all the work. Um, it is different than the WWE though, schedule wise, management wise, style wise. It is different situation than the WWE. Will she be able to coexist there? Like Ronda Rousey has been on record trashing the business.
Hmm.
is this even something she will be able to do well in? What is if it's the change of scenery, or if wrestling is just not her thing? I
Wrestling's
guess
not
we
her
will
thing no
have
more.
to
It's not her
wait
thing
and
no more.
see what comes to this. She did leave with Marina after the match and even dapped up Moxley, so she looked like she was happy to be there. She looked like she was enjoying herself, even during the standoff with Tony Storm. I could see her honestly coming in and having a little run. Honestly, I can't say I don't see Tony Khan bringing her in. It's still Ronda Rousey at the end of the day, name wise.
Yeah, like he's ass though, man. Whatever. It's not my money. It's not my show. TK, you do whatever you want to do, brother. It's for me. You the one signed the checks anyway. Who for me? Who am I? Who am I? I'm just saying. You know, you're right. It is name value. Does have name value.
Hmm.
Boom. There you go. Have people tune in to see what the hell Ronda Rousey gonna do, even
I
though it's gonna
definitely
be
don't think
ass.
she should be here for the long haul, like winning championships here or nothing. A couple tag matches with Marina Shafir, I wouldn't mind it. I don't know about the whole Tony Storm thing now, even thinking about it, because they literally just broke her off the show, it seems like, this past week. We'll talk about it when I get to the AEW Dynamite review for this week, but they literally just seem like they wrote her off the show. So are they even going to go with that route or not? Other than that, like I said, I thought the show was good. If I had to give it a rating, I'll give it a B.
For Revolution.
Yeah, I'll give Revolution a B just because I think that it was a little longer than I would have liked it to be. Just because there was some matches, like I said, that didn't really need to be on this card, but were kind of put here that just made the show way longer than it needed to be.
I give it about between a B and a B minus. It wasn't bad. You know me with AEW shows, man. It just should just be too long, bro. My attention span is just my attention span is not the best. Um, it'd be too long, and some of the matches just be it's why is this match here? Like, granted, I don't watch AEW on a weekly basis, but I can tell when I can tell the piss break matches. You feel me? I can tell the like go get your nachos. You feel me? Go get your
Yeah,
bev or something.
even as you, somebody who don't watch the show, could tell that the show was way too long. I mean, watching
Yeah,
the show live, I think the show started at 7 or 8
because
and
you got
ran
you got
till
you had zero
12.
hour, right?
Yeah, and if you didn't watch Zero Hour, which I watched Zero Hour, but kind of in the background while I was doing some other stuff, the show went from like 6, 7 o'clock to 12:30 Eastern time because we are on the East Coast, like 12:30 at night on a Sunday. It's kind of crazy, especially considering that WWE didn't even run a show competing with Revolution
Mm-hmm.
that weekend. So they could have did it on
Mm-mm.
Saturday, but they chose Sunday, and then the show being extra long. I don't. Yeah, I think that brought down the quality of the show a little bit for me. Um, MJF and Heyman not walking out to like 12 o'clock, even though the match was really good. I was just drained by that point, so I really
And
couldn't get into it, and I felt like the
niggas had
crowd
work in the
was the
morning,
same way in a way.
and niggas had to go to work the next day. Like,
Yeah, imagine being at that show till 12:30 and then having to drive an hour home for work the
well,
next
granted,
night is crazy.
it was in California, so it was over like 9, 10 o'clock.
Yeah,
You feel me? So I mean, but
yeah,
essentially, you would have got home at 12. So with traffic and everything. Yeah, I give it a B minus, man. It's just I understand like you have the ability to put on so many matches at one time, and like you have the length and ability to do that, but like sometimes less is better. You know, you don't have to. I understand you want to be different, but less is better.
For
Like,
sure. The
just
matches
saying.
weren't bad. None of the matches were terrible.
No,
Um,
it's just length. It's just very
yeah,
lengthy.
it's
Very,
a
you
really
know,
long show. And once AEW finds that sweet spot of having a good amount of matches on the card, but
there's gonna
also
be some
not
great pay-per-views.
having it be a 6 hour pay per view, I feel like
They
they're
did.
going to
They definitely gonna give WWE run for
fare
their
off a
money.
lot better. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. That wraps up our AEW Revolution recap and rating. Let us know what you guys think, and we are going to move on
If
to
you
our
thought
show
it was
reviews
better
and
than the B, then let us know. If you thought it was worse
let
than
us
the
know.
B, let us know.
So, but since we're on AEW, might as well stick with AEW. So, what do we have for AEW Weekly Recap?
The biggest thing coming out of this would be uh, Kenny challenges Kenny Omega, by the way, challenges Swerve Strickland to a rematch. And if Swerve puts his number one contender's opportunity up, Kenny will put up his EVP status in the company. So if Swerve beats Kenny Omega, he would become the new executive vice president of AEW. I'm a little confused, or not confused, but I'm not really sure on which direction they're going to go here. I think Swerve should win the match, but does Swerve need to be executive vice president? I don't know. And what will he even do with that power? Will he use it to benefit himself and get the world title off MJF like he's saying? But with MJF having all these other feuds going on right now, like how long are we going to take to get to that point? And what happens in between there is what I'm trying to figure out. I think the match will be great. Their first match was great. Darby Allin and Gabe Kidd had a coffin match that was crazy. Uh, the finish looked dope. Darby does a suicide dive through the ropes to Gabe Kidd, and Gabe Kidd has a straight jacket on, and Gabe falls into the coffin, and the lid closes at the same time. That's how Darby wins the match. Uh, the match started in a parking lot next to like a CVS. Like I don't, not even near the arena. I don't think, and I think it was a pre-tape. So that was kind of funny because I'm like, where are they even at? Fighting in this random parking lot with like random stage crates, just everywhere in a car. And then Darby does probably the craziest shit, and he puts the chloroforms Gabe Kid, puts him in the back of a trunk of a car, and then drives the car over a pile of debris, garbage, whatever it was, and flips the car upside down with himself and Gabe Kid in it. Darby comes crawling out the window of the car while it's flipped over, and then Gabe Kid falls out of the trunk of this car. This match was crazy. I really liked it. I liked the start, I liked the finish. Um, I think this is the end of the Darby Allin Gabe Kid saga, maybe, especially since after the match, Darby kind of called out MJF and the World Championship. So that's where Darby's heading, and Gabe Kidd has David Finlay and Clark Connors with the dogs and everything, probably going for the trios championships or something like that. So that, and like I said, Tony Storm getting taken out during this show by like a mystery attacker, um, which people are kind of putting the speculation as to who it was, because it's kind of, if you look at the picture of Tony Storm laying on the ground that AEW posted, there's a bunch of different props, kind of like a murder mystery of sorts, which is like fitting to the Tony Storm timeless character and everything. So I guess that will play out over uh, the course of a couple weeks, trying to figure out who attacked Tony Storm. And yeah, that was
Isn't
dynamite.
I I heard that she's supposed to actually be out for a good amount of time.
Yeah, I heard
Like,
that too. That's why I don't really know uh where they go with the whole Ronda Rousey Marina Shafir thing, unless they use her as kind of Tony's attackers. If you say
mhm,
that those are the people who attacked Tony, but then you had some props from like Penelope Ford and Mina Shirakawa and a bunch of other people in there too. So yeah, Tony Storm probably be out for a while. But tough to see because she's always one of the bright spots of AEW and her promo work and her character work. Yeah, that was
yeah.
AEW for this week. Solid show. Nothing crazy.
Shout out our in-house AEW correspondent for the AEW weekly recap. Um, but we're gonna move on to WWE. All right. As always, we start off with Raw. And Monday Night Raw started out with a banger. I mean, first of all, Seth Rollins coming out with all the max men cutting a promo on how he is strictly back to take out Paul Heyman. He could care less about the vision, can care less about Braun and Bronson's the Logan and Theory. He is strictly there for Paul Heyman. He wants Paul Heyman to suffer. He said as long as he's there, he is going to make Paul Heyman hate his life. And Paul Heyman comes out. First of all, shout out to the makeup artist for that eye, because that eye was like, I said, damn. I
Hey,
said, did
yeah.
he?
Paul's commitment is what makes him the GOAT. He carried the segment, in
Like,
my opinion. Like,
he definitely, he definitely carried that. Even though in my head I was like, damn, did somebody fart on him? But
right? The pink eye definitely looked like he sat under a bad case of
I
ass.
said, I said, damn. I said, that boy got the steak face for sure. Um,
I literally wrote that
but
in my notes. He looks like he ate a bad case of ass.
um, but no, he Paul definitely carried that segment. I love the FAFO uh F5, and then obviously the music hit. Brock coming out. I mean, I listen. I don't know about you, but it is always a scary sight when you hear that damn music and that man come out. Like, no, I don't want no parts of it. If I was listening as a masked man, knowing I had to go fight Brock Lesnar, I'm not a masked man no more. Just put me somewhere else.
Yeah, them
Like,
poor bastards got destroyed.
like I don't want no parts of Brock. You feel me? So,
It's
of
almost like
course, Brock.
somebody told him backstage, like, "Hey, just go out and just like kill him."
Yeah, just be ready. Like whatever bump you take. All right.
Yeah, like however you fall, just fall.
Like just crazy. And of course that's what they did. Brock came out there, he was throwing niggas, he was suplexing niggas. I'm talking about I had one dude got suplexed in the steel steps and I thought he died for a minute. He might have.
Just nasty looking, man.
He might have died. Um and of course, we get the face off with Brock and Seth. And as it gets closer, we see the lights go out. And all we hear is the we hear those drums and we see that green Oh my God. And when I tell the crowd lost its mind, bro. The whole arena. That was one of the biggest pops, like, of the night, honestly. To see that man walking, doing his strut, walking down to the ring, bro, and him and Brock being face to face, man. Like, I think it was Kevin Nash who, or was it Kevin Nash? Oh, no, it was Tommy Dreamer. Tommy Dreamer said, um when Rock got picked up and he took the fall from grace from Oba, and Michael Cole hit the holy shit. Tommy said that was the best use of a curse in WWE history.
Yeah,
Because like, the way, first of all, the way he got up there and the way he fell was like,
I want to take it
shit.
back a little bit. I want to take it back to when he's coming down the ramp and the crowd is
Do,
doing the
do, do.
Oba and doing the chant.
Yeah,
Uh, the crowd really helped make Oba in that moment seem like a actual big deal. Walking down there to get in the ring with Brock Lesnar,
but
and
the,
like you said, the call from Michael Cole, the holy shit, Oba getting Brock up and planting him in the dirt with that fall from grace. Like, probably one of the best fall from grace he's ever hit. It has some oomph
ever,
to that.
ever,
They
like,
definitely taught him to lay it in. That has some oomph to it.
bro, and it was a pop up too. Like, bro, Brock was in the air,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
He was in the
Got him
air,
up.
and that man caught him. Like, first of all, we all know what Brock Lesnar looks like. For you to have that behemoth of a man up in the air and catch him and then throw him down, oh my gosh. Like, yeah.
It
Like
was
this,
definitely that would go down as one of the best moments in like Raw history, man. Because it's
bro,
literally two men who were viewed the same at this point in their career, but just on opposite sides of their career. Oba coming in, Brock on his way out. This great moment. Oba with the foot on the chest of Brock and the point to the Wrestlemania sign.
he shed a tear. Like, Oba shed a tear, like, after that whole interaction. Bro, I just looked it up on YouTube. It already has 3.1 million views.
Yeah, that's how
Like,
you do that. They gave us what we wanted to see right there. That's exactly how you make someone look as dominant as Oba Femi. Um, but the job's not finished though. The job is not finished
it's
because
not finished.
now at WrestleMania, I need Oba Femi to put down the Beast. I need the ruler to put down the Beast incarnate.
I agree. I agree. I agree. And
It
that
should
is
not
it's
happen any other way.
mm-mm, not at all. Not at all. Oba wins. Oba should win that clear. Like, you want to talk, like, this is exactly the right step into making your next big star. Like, he has to beat Brock. There's no way you have Brock beat him. Like, you did all that for him. No, negative. Can't do it. I just wanted that was just the biggest thing for me. I just wanted to talk about. What were some of your favorite moments, if you had some moments from this week for all?
Um, the Penta IC title open challenge was probably the best
Him and
match on the
Dragon Lee.
show. Yeah, him
Yep.
and Dragon went crazy.
Once again,
Um,
two luchas, man.
Rey Mysterio crowned Dragon Lee the future of Lucha Libre, and we see how highly the WWE thinks of Penta. Uh, so I knew once I saw Dragon Lee answer the open challenge from Penta, I knew this match was going to be killer, and it was. Of course, Penta gets the win with the Mexican Destroyer that looked super nasty. Sent Dragon standing on his feet, flying into the ropes when he hit it. Yeah. Shout out to Penta, shout out to Dragon League. Crazy match.
Obviously, as always, this is always going to be one thing we talk about every week. But how did you feel about Roman Reigns? You know, essentially putting the head out on CM Punk.
Uh I feel like we knew it was coming, or we kind of knew that was the repercussions for what Punk had said in the previous week. We didn't think the Samoans weren't going to stick up for each other. The promo between the two, definitely another intense one. Roman cut a fantastic promo. Like, usually I'm the biggest Roman Reigns hater, but I will give him his credit where credit is due. Great promo. Uh, Said a lot of things I can't even argue in it as a Punk fan. So, but I'll let you, the Roman Reigns fan, say your piece about it.
Listen, one thing he said, and it was off air, uh, and he is so right about this. He said your tribal chief has never lied to you. No, he does tell you the truth, and that's what he did. He told us the truth. CM Punk is old. You say something about him, you get right under his skin. Feel me? He snaps. Roman, listen, I feel like Roman could have said something way worse than that, but he's a tribal chief. He takes the high road. You feel me? He took the high road in this situation. Um, what I read is that there was, mention of Larry at some point in uh, 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 backstage, but it was essentially scrapped because somebody felt uncomfortable about Larry being brought up. And I don't, obviously, how blogs are and everything. It was reported by Body Slam. Um, I don't know how true that or how much of fact that is, but uh,
Even if it
I
was
will say
true, I could see it being, I could see it being true. Although I don't think it would be Punk to be the one
you
feeling some
never
type of
know.
way. I think it would be AJ. Like, she's here. He's back on the show.
But
Just as much attachment as that dog to that dog as Punk did.
as crazy as it sounds, what if it was Roman? What if Roman was like, nah, you feel me? That just listen, that just
I could feel.
shows
Uh,
that just shows, you feel me? We don't need to stoop that low. Granted, you feel me, kayfabe and all that. Like we listen, we don't need to talk about Larry. All right, he don't need to talk about Larry.
my my thing is, bruh, like, and maybe this is just me. I'm not the biggest dog person, but it's a dog, bruh.
Listen, you
Roman
wouldn't
could have said
understand that.
something about that damn dog.
You wouldn't understand that. If you had a dog for I don't know how long they had Larry, but if you had a dog for damn near like a long ass time, you gotta say you grow attachments to that dog. You feel me? I got a dog. You know Rock Dog. I got attachments to my mans. If my mans was to pass away, devastating. You feel me? Because you build attachments and relationships. You feel me? That's man's best friend. Moral of the story is I changed my mind. Roman is walking into WrestleMania 42 without a championship, and he's leaving with a championship. Roman Reigns, new world heavyweight champion. Put it down, put it on the stamp, post a note, remember it, type it, print it. It's happening.
I definitely do think that Punk is still winning the title or keeping the title. However, I do think that what Roman said about Punk on the promo on Monday was the perfect thing to say about him. because you know how much Punk cares about being the top guy right now and carrying the company forward. And it is a young man's game.
Mm-hmm.
It is, and Punk is not a young man anymore. He's kind of the elder statesman at this point. Not even kind of, he is the elder statesman at this point. So I feel like it was the perfect route to go. Let's hit him where it hurts. Let's hit him with something he actually cares about right now, and that's his image. CM Punk will always care about his image and his ego.
What would you rate this? I mean, would you rate this?
Raw was about a C plus. C plus.
I give it a B. I give it a B. I feel like the promos and the matches were significantly better. Um, I give it a B. You
Really, I
know,
felt like all the matches was kind of mid, but I don't know. To each his own.
I mean, they weren't the best, but like I thought they were like the AJ and Bailey. You know, both the Grandes, obviously Penta and Dragon Lee. I
Yeah.
thought those were
Besides,
pretty solid matches.
besides Penta and Dragon Lee, of course, because I talked about that, but the rest of them were just kind of all right. Did like all of this promo segments though, so
But hey, let's move on to SmackDown, man. What were some things that you liked about SmackDown?
well, things that I liked Sami Zayn this week. I felt like he cut a great promo before his match about being the guy that fights for the people and stands on his moral high ground, yet doesn't get the and gets kind of pushed to the side. Uh, and he's kind of building resentment for guys that are able to kind of do what they want and still get by, like a Trick Williams, like a Randy Orton. I
Mm-hmm.
like that angle of him kind of being jealous. Like, how come they can do this stuff and still get the cheers from the crowd and still get title opportunities, but me, who always tries to do what's right, is basically getting left off the WrestleMania card and pushed aside for the younger guys like Trick Williams. Um, so I like that from Sammy. I like the angle that they're going with. Hopefully, it actually leads to something because this can either go two ways. He can either snap and turn, or he can prove that if you stay true to who you are, it'll work out in the long run. But either way, it's got to lead to the WWE Championship. It has
Mm.
to. Like, it has to lead to the WWE Championship because at this point, I'm tired of seeing Sami Zayn come up and say, "Oh, this is the year," and then it not being the year at all. It's because I'm gonna stop caring, and I like Sami Zayn, and I don't want to stop caring about Sami Zayn because I think he is really good. He's always been really good. The same way I feel about guys like Finn Balor is the same way I feel about Sami Zayn right now. Trick ends up costing Sami his match with Aleister Black because Sami is so focused on Trick's aura outside the ring that he attacks Trick and then gets back in the ring, gets hit with a black mass and loses. So another loss for Sami Zayn. And I thought that was good. I thought he should have lost the match, and it adds more to the story between him and Trick. So thought that was good. I thought Randy's promo at the beginning of the show was fantastic. When he's talking about how he's felt empty being who he's been over the last few years. The smiling guy, shaking hands and giving hugs. He says he doesn't want to be that to be his legacy. He says he wants his legacy to be about the number of world titles that he won. And that Cody asked him to listen to the voices and to bring out that killer's side of him, and that's the side that he's going to need to beat Cody, and that's why he did what he did. Perfect explanation. I don't need any more. Makes sense to me.
Yeah, I agree with you with the Randy. I feel like he has to bring out that Viper. He has to bring out that Apex Predator. He has to bring out that Legend Killer in order to for him to get number 15. And that's the only way for you to beat Cody. I mean, you see the things Cody has endured and he's overcome. So, you got to be on a different level to be able to handle him, especially in WrestleMania. Um, so I definitely agree. I did like the promo with him and Jelly in the back. Jelly is just I'm not gonna lie, man. Jelly is that I understand he's a musician, so it's easier for him to remember lines and stuff. I- His promo abilities have gotten way better. Like he can cut a solid promo. Um
Yeah, I liked everything that Jelly Roll did this week
yeah.
on stage
So
in the ring with Kid Wilson. I felt it was all good.
so some days that I like from this week's SmackDown. Obviously, we already knew how it was going to be with Drew McIntyre and Jacob Fatu. It was just going to be them fighting everywhere, um, just brawling.
I
Obviously,
like it
it's
though.
gonna lead up.
Let's
Yeah,
kick the show off like
it's.
that every week till Mania.
I mean, honestly, bro, and even when we get to Mania, like you can do the like you can have somebody's music start and all of a sudden the camera just goes to the back and they already like scrapping. Like we don't need entrances for them to come out.
Like, we
You feel
don't need
me?
no more promos between Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre.
No,
One
just
guy
throw
is the
hands.
Samoan werewolf, who the other guy is the Scottish psychopath. They should just be throwing hands.
Just throw hands,
It
bro.
should be
That's
on
it.
site.
That's it. That's all we want. We don't want no words. You feel me? Now you heard they called the hot mic called it when after the MFT segment when he was getting on Drew. He's like, hey, the security guard came in. He's like, get off me, pussy ass dick.
Yeah, nah, this was Jacob Fatu. This was Jacob Fatu this week. Even when he's hitting Drew, he's like, "Get your punk ass up! Come on, bitch!" Like he was tripping on him. I'm not gonna lie, like, but this is finally let's take these chains off of both of these two.
Yeah. Like just let him go
Let
at
them
it, bro.
go.
Let him go at it. Like I and this, yeah, WrestleMania matches. It's gonna. I feel like I feel like they should just like you said, they should just fight just all the way up to WrestleMania. Like like every week they're fighting and they're fighting
Every
in different
week.
spots. And like for some reason it gets like somewhere closer to like Vegas or to Allegiant Stadium. And they're fighting up to Allegiant Stadium.
And
Literally.
Nick Aldis needs to be helping other people do things, and then immediately have to get pulled to go break up another fight between Jacob
Like
Fatu and Drew
literally.
McIntyre.
Like okay, all you hear is them. All you hear is, yeah, bitch ass, yeah, yeah, come on with it. Like this, oh my God,
Exactly. Like
bro.
I definitely think that is the way to really get some steam into that Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre match, because a lot of people are upset that Drew isn't going into WrestleMania as WWE champion. But if you still want to get people behind or invested in the match, I feel like that's the way to go. Just
Hmm.
straight action on site every week. You mentioned you mentioned MFT a little bit, and I feel like we gotta speak on it. We have new SmackDown Tag Team Champions in Damian Priest and R Truth. They beat the Y6, not the Y6. They beat MFT on SmackDown with help from Y6. How do you feel about R Truth and Damian Priest being
Um,
the tag champs?
Shout out to them. Shout out to those two. I'm glad they won. That's not really my grievance with this. Why are we still on this Y6 MFTs? Give these niggas back they lantern. Go ahead about your business. This feud been going for 7 months now. Why are we still here?
Even
Y'all
the
ain't got nothing else
MFTs
to
is
do.
starting to say that. You see Tama Tonga like, hey, bro, just give this lantern back.
Like,
We got better
I'm
shit to do.
tired of it. I'm tired of it. Like, just get these good people their stuff back. Let's go ahead and focus on something else. You feel me? I'm tired of it. It's ridiculous. Like, I'm glad they lost, but like, I'm not glad that we're still in this feud with the Wyatt Six. Like, go, like, come on, man. It's blowing me. It's
At
blowing me. I ain't
WrestleMania,
really
you
got
gonna
much.
get a
I ain't got much to say.
at WrestleMania you gonna get a 4-on-4 tag, 8-man tag ladder match with the lantern hanging above the ring.
Literally, it's going to. I'm telling you, it's going to happen, bro. It's going to happen, and you know who's not. And you know who's not going to be in that match? Tangaloa. So just listen. Have him out there. Have him out there with Nikki Cross.
I
You
think you
feel
need
me?
Tangaloa in the match. I think
Listen.
you
As
need some
much
of that. I think you
as
need
as as much as I agree with you, as much as I think he's the best wrestler out of all 8 men,
best wrestler in the
out of
world.
all eight, out of all 9 men in their respective um groups. You feel me? I think he's obviously the best. Honestly, I think he should just have main event match. But other than that, though,
Next
you feel
year,
me?
Cody Rhodes versus Tangaloa WWE Championship.
I
WrestleMania.
promise you that that's selling numbers. Like that might be the greatest WrestleMania main event of all time.
For sure.
Um, but yeah, like it's. I really hope it culminates at WrestleMania because I don't want to see this past WrestleMania. Like I'm tired of it. Go have them go find somebody else to go mess with. Go have MFTs do something else, man. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. But 100% shout out to Damian Priest and Ballhead R Truth. Um, you feel me? Shout out to them.
Yeah,
Um,
man. At least the tag titles are free from
you
the
know,
MFT and Y6 feud, and we can start getting some new challengers in there. Uh,
yeah, you know. So hey, listen, let's bring my boys the Street Profits back, man. Let's bring them back.
every week we're
Come
going to
on.
petition for the Street Profits to come back because they're tripping.
Like bring my boys back, man. This the perfect time for y'all to put the titles on them. You feel me? Let Truth and Priest give a little run off, and then bring Profits back. Had them win the title. Boom. You feel me? Shout out my boys.
Reed and
Another,
Jade,
uh, yeah. I
another
mean,
shitty promo.
another
Another
shitty
shitty
promo.
promo from the two of them.
Only thing that came out of it is that you feel me, B-Fab and Meechin, obviously now they like Jade and there's an alliance now and blah
Which
blah blah.
is crazy because if you go back and listen to the promo, the whole promo from Jade is her talking about how she doesn't need anybody, doesn't care about anybody else in the locker room except for herself and making money and winning championships.
And
And
look
now
what happened.
you have a group. What, like, yo, this was one of the matches I was excited for coming out of Elimination Chamber, going into Mania, because I'm like, wow, Jade Cargill, Rhea Ripley, this is money. This is the money match. This is the match when she came to the WWE that we all wanted to see. And they
I
can't
agree.
even get the build right. These promos suck. They suck so bad. This one made no sense because she literally contradicted herself at the end of it. The last one, they glazed each other the whole time.
You could tell with her having a conversation with B-Fab last week in the back, like
Yeah,
yeah,
saw that. But why come out here and say you don't need anybody?
'cause she's a
And
re
then
nigga.
literally get two people.
She's a re nigga. She literally said I don't need nobody and then have somebody. Like she's a re nigga. That's all I'm saying.
How you feel about your girl me and you get her ass beat so bad she won't be friends now?
You said me and
Yeah, me and Yam. She got her ass beat so bad she won't be friends now.
whatever. I guess if you can't beat them, join them. Bullshit, but whatever.
Let's get to the end of this
Yeah,
show, man. Randy Orton, Macrodona segment. Randy calls Macrodona out to the ring. They got into an altercation earlier in the night where Randy punched him in the face. And
mhm.
I like this side of Randy. He's back picking on people backstage and like disrespecting people. There was no reason for him to call Matt Cardona action figure playing indie nerd. That was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And but Randy calls Matt Cardona out to the ring, says he wants to apologize, and he does just that. He apologizes and says he has an apology for Cody Rhodes next week as well. But right after the apology, Randy kicks Matt Cardona and square in the balls, RKO's him, and then proceeds to whoop his ass until SmackDown goes
Mm-hmm.
off air.
Mm-hmm. I'm talking about just BTA. BTA hitting the getting the chair, putting his arm in his chair, stomping his arm. You feel me? It just once
Yeah,
again, like it's like I'm sorry, but I'm about to whoop your ass. So yeah,
and
this is side of Randy I like, man. I like
and I
this side
like
of Randy.
this side of Randy. I like where they're going with it. I still think that what they're getting and the reaction that he's getting is not the reaction that they wanted because he stomped on Matt
Getting cheered.
Cardona's arm and they cheered one more time.
Bro, because I like, bro, we're so past heel and face. Like, nigga, if I like you, I'm gonna cheer for you. Like, I don't care if you're the bad guy. I like you, so I'm
Especially
gonna cheer
for
for you.
Randy Orton.
Like, you can't, like, come on now.
Come on,
There's
man.
no way you're really booing Randy Orton right now, bro.
But yeah,
Like, no.
Randy has the literal voice in his head now. Whoever he's talking to on his cell phone.
Bro,
I
I feel like all right. So one guess. Who do you think it could be?
I last week I thought it was Rick or Monday.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was Ric Flair, considering they had the show in Raleigh this past Friday. But there was no Ric Flair sign, so maybe it's not. But if it's my guess, that's who it has to be.
I'm gonna go dark horse here. I'm gonna go super dark horse. I don't know how they're gonna freak it, but I feel like there'll be some crazy shit. I'm gonna go Arn Anderson. Feel me?
That
I'm
would
gonna
be
go Arn Anderson.
crazy because Arn is a known Cody guy. He's literally on the
Mm-hmm.
Nightmare team. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
that kind of double cross would be cool to see. Honestly, I'm actually not mad at that. It'd be something different that we wouldn't expect. Uh, Something shocking, if it makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I think that'd be tough though. Honestly, think that'd be tough. But that's just my prediction. So, um, but yeah. I mean, hey, that
Oh, I
wraps up
almost
our.
forgot to give a quick shout out to. I didn't have it in my notes, but I just remembered that Carmelo Hayes,
Yeah, I was
Ilya
gonna ask about
Dragunov.
that, but I didn't know if he was gonna do that for like a hot spot.
I know we could talk about it. I mean, it was the best match on the show. Best match on the
As
show.
always, I mean, listen, for damn near 8 9 weeks straight, Carmelo Hayes has had the best match on the show.
For the work that both of them put in, I think they should have been on WrestleMania.
I still think it's happening. Maybe it may be more men, but I think it's happening.
I, I think Ilya and Carmelo Hayes, whether it's one on one or a multi man match, them two deserve to be on WrestleMania. They have been the top two most consistent players on SmackDown the entire year. Whether
Hmm.
it was Ilya with the United States Championship or whether it was Carmelo Hayes with the United States Championship. Consistent bangers in entertainment the whole entire year. Those are the people that should be rewarded with this spot at WrestleMania. If anybody.
No, I agree with you 100%. I still think it's gonna happen. Maybe he add more men to it could be nice, but I'm not mad at. Maybe let's do them too, but add a stipulation to it. You feel
If
me?
neither of them two are on WrestleMania, a crime was committed.
Absolutely. That wraps up our weekly show recaps from AEW and WWE. Um,
SmackDown great.
Oh yeah, SmackDown great. I give it a B plus.
I give SmackDown a B minus or B. I'm not gonna lie. That Reed and Jade promo blew my shit. That almost bring it down itself. But I'm gonna stay at a solid B.
I'll go B plus for me. But hey, let us know what you think. If you agree with our grade, if you agree with our rating, let us know. If you don't, let us know as well. Um, but before we wrap up the show, you already know what time it is. It is time for everybody's favorite segment, hot spots. Obviously, this is where we pick our favorite three moments, matches, people, promos of the week, and we give our you feel me, why we picked it and what we liked about it. So, of course, I'm gonna let my good brother over here start it off with the hot spots for the week. What's your hot spots for the week?
Now I'm sure we share this first one. This is a no-brainer, right? Oba Femi, Brock Lesnar segment is the easy choice for that first hot spot of the week. Um, I'm sure we both have it. Second for me would probably have to be the Darby Allin and Gabe Kidd coffin match. Uh, the start of it was a little bit funny with them being in this random field, but the match itself was crazy. Uh, and that's saying something coming off of Revolution where there was a Texas Death Match main event. But this match was crazy and I enjoyed it. So that's my second hot spot of the week. And my third hot spot of the week is going to go to Sami Zayn. I feel like what Sami Zayn is doing right now with his character, it makes sense. Sammy does it well, trying to basically explain his view, his side of things, and him trying to stay true to himself while also seeing other people take the road less traveled by and have success. So, yeah, those are going to be my three hot spots of the week.
All right, hey, uh, of course, number one, you said it. It's all agreed upon. Oba Femi, Brock Lesnar. Holy shit. Um, all I gotta say. Second hot spot of the week um, has to go to Carmelo Hayes and Ilya Dragunov. I thought you was gonna pick it as a hot spot, but I picked it as a hot spot. You feel me? Once again, those two put on banger matches. Um, they absolutely positively need to be on the WrestleMania card. I need a stipulation. Um, let's make it extreme. You feel me? Um, let's make it big. Shout out to Carmelo and Ilya. And then third hot spot of the week for me um, would have to go to the Young Bucks FTR. I love tag team wrestling. That that match itself is the epitome of great tag team wrestling. Put on a hell of a match. Loved it. I also fucked with Cope and Cage coming back. Obviously, every time I hear Metalingus, I am like, I'm ready to go. Uh, so shout out to FTR Young Bucks for a hell of a match, and of course, TK with his blood fetish, because I mean the match. It was only 5 minutes of the match, and we already bleeding. So, um, but shout out those two teams, man. So yeah, those are definitely my hot spots of the week. So, if y'all got any hot spots of the week, let us know. Send us a message. Put it down in the comments. We'll love to hear 'em. But of course, as sad as it is to say, I know y'all don't want it to end, but unfortunately, that wraps up episode 33 of the Hot Tag Podcast. Now, make sure y'all follow us on all our socials, like, comment, subscribe, and follow us for more content. All right. We appreciate all the love and support. Without y'all, nothing is possible. That's Justin. I'm Rashad. And always remember, stay sharp, stay fresh, stay hot. Peace.
Peace.